Hello, welcome to my presentation. My name is Alexandra Goronsky, and today I will be discussing link rot, reference rot, and link resolvers. To start, I would like to do a quick overview of what I'll be discussing today. First, we will talk about what link rot is and how it affects the internet and the library. Next, we'll be discussing reference rot and how it differs from link rot and what the effects are. Then lastly, we will be discussing link resolvers and other solutions that are currently being used. Link rot refers to a link that is inaccessible, broken, or incapable of taking the user to the website they are trying to access. This is a common problem that the internet is constantly experiencing. It occurs when a page is taken down, moved, or if the site is reorganized. This occurs more commonly than people think, with White mentioning that the average lifespan of a URL is only 44 days. Link rot is negatively impacting the library and the internet by slowing down information flow and interrupting user experience. It commonly affects scholarly sources, which puts students, researchers, and other library patrons at a disadvantage. Additionally, it creates difficulty in preserving online spaces when old content is not available anymore. This is an example of a site from the early 2000s that has now suffered greatly from link rot. On the right, you can see the orange and blue, in the orange and blue, the sheer amount of links that will no longer take the user to where they want to go. Up next is reference rot. Reference rot occurs when a link or reference no longer brings the users the correct information. This can be due to link rot or content drift, which is a term used when the URL stays the same but the content changes. An example of reference rot can be seen in the image on screen. The left side of it shows an article and the source is from when it was initially published. On the right side, it shows the same article but after some time has passed. As you can see, several of the links no longer work and many do not contain the same content that was originally referenced. In essence, reference rot makes a citation worthless. In the case of content drift, this can be a big issue. As a hypothetical example, let's say someone reads an article online that says a stuffy nose is a sign an individual may be catching a cold. Let's say that the author cites a reference that has experienced content drift and now claims that stuffy noses are fatal. The reader can then become victim to misinformation since they have no reason to doubt the first author's research. Obviously, this is an extreme hypothetical, but mis and disinformation can easily spread from reference rot, which is not good. Reference rot is already a big problem for libraries. Stitcher mentions that law libraries, Harvard Law Journals, and the US Supreme Court are already victims of reference rot. This causes the legal system to be directly harmed by the effects of reference rot. Link resolvers are used to combat link rot and provide users access to the original information. It does this by analyzing open URLs and directing users to the full text information. And here in the picture, you can see an example of one. Other methods of battling link and reference rot can be seen with the Amber Project and the Chesapeake Project. Essentially, what the Amber Project does is use software to take a screenshot of a linked page and save it to a web archiving platform, like the Internet Archive or Perma.cc. So in the future, an internet user can see how the website looked at that time when it was linked. However, there are still copyright issues when it comes to screenshotting entire websites. The Chesapeake Project is a collaborative digital preservation initiative that aims at protecting legal references. This project was started after widespread link rot was identified in the law library community. If you're interested in learning more, here are some sources about the mentioned projects, reference rot, and link resolvers. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the project.